Okay, so now we'll see the last part of regulation in prokaryotes, the ribose, which is very new concept uh, discovered recently that such thing can also happen. Till now we have seen that gene regulation occurred at the level of transcription. Okay, we have seen that mRNAs will not be transcribed at every place. How RNA polymerase is hampered or how it is activated, all the operators, regulator genes, everything was acting on the RNA polymerase. Now there is another way wherein the translation into proteins, mRNA translated to proteins, this step can also be regulated. This is regulated by ribose, which is of Oz. Okay, ribose witches. Never mind. So what these ribose switches are, or these are really kind of witches. What they do is they do some magic and they will stop the development. All right. So let us look basically what is happening in translation. Basically, in translation, there is an mRNA. There is an mRNA. This is the mRNA. This mRNA will come and, okay, let us imagine that this mRNA, this is the gene, this is the cistron, okay, and this being the translation start site. Now in prokaryotes, up to 10 nucleotides ahead towards the 5 prime 3 prime, here there is a sequence called as Shine-Dalgarno sequence. We have read this during the translation in prokaryotes. You might be remembering the SD sequence. Now the 16S ribosome will have a sequence homology with this Shine-Dalgarno sequence. That is how this 16S subunit will bind. Okay, this is the 28S subunit. So once this Shine-Dalgarno sequence is identified by this 16S ribosome, this ribosome in its APE site, it will start coating the protein molecules. That is how translation will occur. Correct or not? All right. Now, in certain bacteria, Shine-Dalgarno sequence. Okay. In certain bacteria, there are elements in the 5 prime end, in the 5 prime untranslated. This area is 5 prime UTR. This area is 3 prime UTR. In the 5 prime untranslated region, there are sequences which bind with metabolites. A metabolite will come and bind. When this metabolite will come and bind, what will happen is it will cover the Shine-Dalgarno sequence also. Suppose the most studied one is thiamine pyrophosphate. thymine pyrophosphate, okay, or your TPP. Now in the mRNA, suppose this mRNA is coding for thymine pyrophosphate or TPP, okay. Let us imagine that this mRNA Shine-Dalgarno sequence, it is coding for this thymine pyrophosphate. So what happens? A ribosome will come and bind here. A ribosome will come and bind here, and there will be protein synthesis. What is this protein that is formed? This protein that is formed, this is nothing but our thymine pyrophosphate. Okay. Now sometimes what happens is this thymine pyrophosphate can come, this thymine pyrophosphate can come and it can bind here to this box. This box in the mRNA for thymine pyrophosphate, it is called as Thi box. It is called as Thi box. So thymine pyrophosphate will come and it will bind to the Thi box and it will cover the Shine-Dalgarno sequence. Once it covers the Shine-Dalgarno sequence, what happens is your ribosome, it cannot sit here. So further production of, or in the next mRNA, production of thymine pyrophosphate is stopped. Okay. There are so many mRNAs, right? mRNA. All are coding for, say, thymine pyrophosphate. Now this one, the Shine-Dalgarno sequence, it has produced this protein TPP. Okay, this protein is TPP. What this TPP will do, if there is enough stores in the body of TPP, okay, there are enough stores, and this is your SD sequence. Now body doesn't want any more TPP to be synthesized. So what happens is this TPP, it will go and sit on the Thi box. There is a Thi box here. Thi box. So this TPP, it will go and sit on this Thi box and SD sequence. So on this mRNA, another ribosome, it cannot come. It cannot come and sit. Here also it cannot come and sit. Why? Because the Thi box and the SD sequence, Thi box and the SD sequence, they are covered by TPP. Okay. So the metabolite, what is the metabolite here? The metabolite is thymine pyrophosphate. The metabolite itself is hampering, its production. This mRNA is producing thymine pyrophosphate. Thymine pyrophosphate is sitting on the TPP box and it is preventing formation of itself. Okay, so this kind of a regulation by the metabolite utilizing the mRNA is called as a riboswitch. It's called a riboswitch. So what this switch is doing, we have seen in our lambda phage lytic to lysogenic to lytic, there was a switch. Same kind of switch is here, on, off. Okay, and this is the switch. So on switch, whenever the switch is towards on, TPP is produced. This TPP in excess, when a lot of TPP is produced, what this TPP will do, it will go and sit on the Thi box. What this Thi box will do is it will go and sit on the, or Thi box along with blockage of SD sequence. What will happen is it will convert this switch to the off position. So the switch is off now and there is decreased production of TPP. Okay, so that is a riboswitch. the metabolite itself is causing a structural change inside the mRNA. Remember, it's always in the mRNA. It is in the 5' untranslated region. Okay, there are many other examples. I have just told you about how thymine pyrophosphate production is regulated at the translational level. Okay, so there are others like S-box is present in mRNA for S-adenosylmethionine, also called SAM. Then RFN element, it is for flavin mononucleotide or FMN. Then we have the vitamin B12 box for cobalamin. So all these are also examples of ribo switches, wherein what is the metabolite? SAM is the metabolite. What is S-box? It is the regulatory element on the mRNA. Suppose this is the mRNA and this is the cistron that is going to code for it. Okay, this is the transcription start site. This is the transcription start site, and this is the SD sequence. Somewhere here, I'll change the color. Somewhere here is your S-box. So when this mRNA, generally it will produce S-adenosylmethionine. But when S-adenosylmethionine is in excess, it regulates its own production at the translation level. How? This SAM will come and bind here. Okay, so Sine-Dalgarno sequence is not free now, so ribosome cannot bind here. So the translation of SAM decreases and the levels of SAM decreases. So the metabolite binds to its regulatory box or its ribo switch on the mRNA and it switches off its own production. This only happens when it is in excess. Same happens with FMN. FMN will come and bind. Same happens with B12. There are so many other ribo switches like glycine ribo switch is there, histidine ribo switch. So many ribo switches are there. Basic example is thymine pyrophosphate. Now why this is also important? Because they have tried a drug called as pyrithyamine. So inside the bacterium, inside the bacterial cell, suppose you treat the patient with pyrithyamine. Okay, I'll write PRT. Pyrithyamine you are treating. This pyrithyamine, once it gets inside the bacterial cell is converting it into pyrithyamine pyrophosphate. Pyrithyamine is getting converted to pyrithyamine pyrophosphate. Okay, pyrithyamine pyrophosphate. Now this pyrithyamine pyrophosphate, it is an analog of thymine. It will look like thymine only. So what it will do? It will go and sit on the Thigh box and it will inhibit the formation of thymine pyrophosphate. No thymine pyrophosphate. Thymine is required in so many reactions, but most is in the link reaction. So that doesn't occur. So there is decreased ATP. Bacterial cell will die. Okay, that is how pyrithyamine acts. Okay, it is acting as an analog to thymine, which will activate the thigh box, or it will go and sit on the thigh box, cover the Sine-Dalgarno sequence and prevent the formation of thymine pyrophosphate. So when there is no thymine pyrophosphate, there is decreased energy and the cell is going to die. All right, now synthetically we can prepare something called as aptamers. Synthetic in industries you can prepare. What this can do, aptamers, these are oligonucleotides. They will bind here and they will do their action. Okay, so that is about ribo switches.